Is this the best brick-built medieval set out there? I'll answer that question and more as I take a deep dive in this Bluebrixx set. Sliding in is set number 107972, Mittelalterliche Tavern, at 2,099 pieces from Bluebrixx and rated for 14+. The box front features the tavern in all its majesty. On the back of the box, we have the building measurements and the different floors on display. Emptying the contents, we have the numbered plastic bags. Similar to Bluebrixx, these are subset by groups 1-1, 1-2, etc. There are 7 groups for this build. The set also comes with a brick separator, this one with ears. I'll probably need this later. There are no minifigures included in this particular set. For those curious, Bluebrixx does have their own brand of minifigures. The first part of this build consists of large plates snapping together. I'm not a fan of large plates overlapping as they tend to bend the pieces and are harder to connect together. Narrower plates here would have been just as effective. As I speedrun through the rest of this build, I'll give some background about this product. First and foremost, as with all my videos, this is not sponsored. While navigating the Bluebrixx website for the price, I was disappointed to find out that the product has been retired and removed completely from the site. It was also removed from my purchase history too, which is kind of weird. When contacted about this, Bluebrixx wrote, "Regarding your model 107972, the Medieval Tavern, this set is currently unavailable in our online shop and has been discontinued. We are unable to say in advance whether or when it will be available again. We do not have any firm information or delivery timeframes." It then proceeds to talk about if you want to be notified, go to the product page, which is kind of an oxymoron there. But anyways, I think that's some copy-paste, cookie-cutter response at that point. All this to say, this set is not available. So for the purposes of this video, it's going to be less of a review of this set, but more of how to possibly build your own mock medieval tavern. The final product is assembled and stands at 25.5 centimeters high, 20.7 centimeters wide, and 20.6 centimeters deep. The front of the tavern is decorated with a keg display hanging from the second floor. As we look around the set, there is not an unsightly view of the building. A few pieces on the base to make it stand out with the arch pieces, random stones, and the vegetation creeping up on the side of the wall. My favorite part being the back entrance and porch. Unfortunately, no studs present here to attach any minifigures. Just a few pieces left over, mostly 1x1 tiles, and this 1x2 wall element, which makes me think I missed something somewhere. The 3-story building consists of 4 detachable sections: the main floor, second floor, third floor, and the roof piece. Each section is attached by only a few studs, but is rather stable. Not everything is flush on the outside, there is a gap between the dormer and roof tiles. While not earth-shattering, it is noticeable, and should you plan to include lights in a build like this, it will be seen through this gap. Removing the roof reveals the third floor. It's a common sleeping area. It features 5 beds, 2 bags, a table with candle, barrel, and a broom. The downside with this floor is the lack of studs to place minifigures. I would modify the beds to include studs for the feet to hold the minifigures in place. Case in point. I appreciate the access point to the stairs which lead to the second floor. The other really nice feature here is the lower walls to maneuver around. Heading downstairs, we have 2 sleeping quarters. These would be the more costly rooms to stay in at the tavern. This floor features more studs for minifigures to be posed on. The larger room has a desk, chair, night table, and candle, while the other room only has the side table with candle. The stairwell features a barrel, a candle, and a sprouting potted plant on the table in the recessed area. The beds are the same in both rooms and use a car roof piece as a comforter. The same issue here as with the beds on the upper floor is the lack of studs to hold the figures in place. The doors for the rooms are interesting. Both sides open and feature a peephole to see who's knocking, and by the same token, I guess, to see who's inside the room. Removing this floor and proceeding to the main level. The upper right-hand side features the bar, complete with a counter, keg in the back, and shelf with cups and mugs. Beside this, we have the fireplace, and to the left is the back door leading to the deck. Beside the staircase, we have a table with a mug. Just under the stairs, and a bit harder to see, are 2 kegs to restock the drinks. In front of the window by the stairs is a table with mug and bottle. Then finally on the right we have the table and benches with a cup, a mug, and a bottle. The benches feature studs for 4 minifigures to sit comfortably. A solitaire person can stand at the table. A small nitpick here is the cheese slopes representing some damage to the floor. I find it unnecessary, and thankfully the set does come with 2 extra 1x1 tiles to replace these. While the floors are removed, here's what it looks like underneath. There are some gaps where the large plates are connecting, resulting in the building not lying completely flat. My final thoughts, first we'll start with the positive. This is a very well designed and complete set. Minifigures can move in and out of the different areas of each floor. They can be placed on the benches and look good doing so. The tavern feels full but not packed with too much stuff. There is some clever use of pieces, especially for the main bedrooms. The upper floor is the ideal height for minifigure maneuvering, more so than any other floor. And finally, the scale is perfect to go alongside any LEGO Blacksmith or Bluebrixx medieval set. That being said, it's not all sunshines and buttercups. Some of the negative or constructive criticism fall in more of the griping category. There aren't too many studs on the floors to pose minifigures, not that this set comes with any. I would have liked a few studs on the back porch for a scene outside, or more on the top floor even. Minifigures do tend to slide everywhere on the beds, so additional studs would have been good there too. The build experience, while mostly positive, did feature a few frustrating moments, specifically with the roof. It did turn out despite the gap in the dormer and roof. And finally, as mentioned previously, the product is no longer available, which is very disappointing. This is a quality building for any medieval or fantasy setting. With that being said, that is all for this video. Would you have purchased this set if it were available? Do you think LEGO or Bluebrixx should create something similar? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.